This is a picture of my Aunt Julia,
Jewel.
my mother's sister.
Jewel.
Well, we called her Jewel, but her name was Julia.
Really?
Uh-huh. Jewel was her nickname.
On Coleraine.
On Coleraine Street. I didn't even remember that she'd come to visit us on Coleraine. This looks like your father with one of you and Aunt Jewel with the other.
Yep.
But we lopped off the heads. One of the mistakes we made with those original movies was lopping off heads. That's a small baby. I don't know. It must have been Alan, huh? Bob loved to drive the car, and he really knew what he was doing, too. He had all emotions down pat. He was very frustrated when he got in and we told him to get out. Oh, he was mad. Oh, he was so mad. And here's Alan looking solemn in his high chair. And these were street sweepers. Women in Holland used to go outside in the morning in front of their houses and scrub the front porch and walk out in front of their houses in the street that was directly in front of their houses. And so to celebrate that, in the parade, they had this group of people with scrubbing brushes, and they scrubbed the street. You'll see them in a minute scrubbing. This was the High Mayor of Holland. The old burghers, and there they are, scrubbing the streets. It was raining, so they didn't have to pour much water on. It was a very colorful celebration, this Holland Tulip Festival. All streets are lined with tulips, and they all bloom at about the same time in early May. And the town is truly beautiful with flowers in bloom everywhere, particularly Holland flowers. Pretty soon you'll see the Klompen dancers. They are high school youngsters with wooden shoes on. This year, in 1987, the Klompen dancers were in the Rose Bowl parade in Pasadena. That's many, many years later. Here they are, about 45 years ago. One of my friends had a daughter who danced in the Klompen dancers when she was in high school, later than this, but when she was in high school. Wooden shoes are still worn by some farmers in that area because the land that they work is muck land, and it's kind of sticky and muddy, so they wear those wooden shoes brought over from their old country. Alan creeping. Sometimes these pictures seem to be out of context a little, but it doesn't make any difference. We'll try to identify about how old they are each time. The sweater Alan has on is one I knitted for him. I remember making it. This was a church chancel choir that used to stand outside the church on Easter Sunday and get their pictures taken before they went into the church for the Easter celebration.
It's probably April 38th.
Probably April 38. This is the farm up at Shelby, Michigan that friends of ours had. They had a beautiful farm with wonderful farm animals, and this was a calf that they were raising. Alan and Bob were watching it. We used to love to go up to that farm. It was a beautiful farm. Here I am with the two of them. We were dressed up for some occasion, but I don't know why.
Could have been the same day at church.
That could have been,
Was Dad?
There's Dad holding Alan, and you're sitting down on the ground with him. But you don't show very well. Here's Alan with his first birthday. He had one candle on the cake. He wasn't the least bit interested in the candle, but he certainly liked this frosting. He made big blobs of frosting.
Red in the background.
Red was a red-bone hound that played with the boys, was at our house more than he was at home. Beautiful dog, a wonderful old dog. He cried and cried when we moved away so that we didn't go back and visit because it made Red so unhappy. There were Bobby and Clarissa and Alicia. Clarissa and Alicia lived next door. Clarissa was Bob's age. Alicia was older. Here was Alan in some kind of a tub having fun playing in the water. You two boys were very personable babies. Bob used to love to have somebody hold him who had on a fur coat. He liked to snuggle into the soft fur. And there he is on his two-wheeler. I wonder whose two-wheeler it was, because it was in Genoa, unless we'd taken it with us.
Probably Sonny's.
Well, that might be Sonny's.
That wasn't me, that was Sonny.
You think so?
Couldn't ride a two-wheeler now. Couldn't ride a two-wheeler when we were...
Oh, well, maybe you're right.
That was Sonny. Your sister's son.
Yeah, that's certainly not you. I can tell by the...
That's, Sonny is the big one, probably not the little one.
I think so.
It's probably still in Genoa.
That's in Genoa. That's still Grandma's. And this is Aunt Ruby, your father's sister. She died about 2 years ago.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw puzzles,
Yeah, jigsaw puzzle out.
I always had a jigsaw puzzle going. I'd forgotten that. This looks like it might have been somebody's birthday, but I don't know whose. There's somebody clowning, but I don't know who again.
The dentist.
Oh, you think it was Otto?